Today we're going to take a look at exploring transformations. Now if you recall, we have dealt with transformations before. You dealt with them in pre-algebra. You also dealt with them in geometry last year, which was one of the last units you covered towards the end of the school year. So now we're going to work on transforming functions. So we're going to get an introduction today, and then we're going to deal with them when we start working with parent functions tomorrow. So first we want to look at a transformation. A transformation is that change in the position, size, or shape of a figure, or in our case, a function, which is a figure as well. Our first one we're going to look at is a translation. A translation, as you recall learning when you were back in middle school, is a slide. It's a transformation that moves each point the same distance in the same direction. So our first example we have here, we want to perform the translation on the point 2, -1. And we're going to give the coordinates of the translated point. So the first thing I want to take a look at is the fact that we have a point. Our point is in the form of x, y. So I'm going to start by graphing that point. As you can see, I have it here in green. And we're going to leave it there in green. And when we translate that point, we're moving it 4 units to the left. By moving it to the left, we're moving that x coordinate and we're decreasing it by 4 if we're moving it to the left. Which means if we write our notation, that's going to be taking our x and then we're moving it -4 in direction, and y stays the same because we're not moving up or down. Which means my new point is going to take that 2 minus 4, and that's going to give me -2, and then the y coordinate stays the same, which means the point is -2, -1. So if I go ahead and graph that, my point is right here. And if you look at that, you gotta physically count, then you can go to the left 4 and you get our new point. Now looking at this next one, we have 2 units right and 3 units up. So we're going to the right and we're going up, both of which are positive directions. So 2 units to the right is going to change our x coordinate for the better, or for the going increasing. And y is going 3 units up, so we're going to increase it by 3. Which means if I take my point 2, -1, 2 plus 2 is 4, and -1 plus 3 is 2. So I'll graph the ordered pair, 4, 2, and we have our point. Now one thing I do want to make note of is that when you're translating left or right, x coordinate changes, translating up or down, the y coordinate changes. We were just talking about that, and you don't have to copy all this down, but this is giving you a specific image of what that's going to look like.